Get cozy, lady. Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
We're headed back to Disney Springs tonight, but we are going to someplace that we've never been, which is Enzo's Hideaway. I'm kind of actually excited about this.
I'm looking forward to trying something new. Like, we don't get the opportunity to try something that we have never been to because we are obsessed with Disney. So this is an Italian restaurant. It is part of the what is it?
Maria and Enzo's, Pizza Ponte,
Enzo's Hideaway,
and the Edison, that kind of whole area.
Yeah, so...
Which we didn't love the Edison, so...
Didn't love the Edison. Hopefully this is better.
Hopefully.
But yeah, it's all like the Maria and Enzo's, Pizza Ponte, it's all that Italian stuff. So what do we got? What sets this thing off?
Okay, so there's some interesting looking appetizers here. There's a prosciutto with melon, which I have heard people talking...
Is it a pizza?
Well, I don't think so, but I know people talk about the prosciutto and melon pizza over at Via Napoli that we haven't ever had and how good it is. So I don't know if that's like maybe one of their specialty things, but there is a burrata caprese, and as well as a house-made focaccia, whipped ricotta, lemon extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, and cracked pepper, which sounded real good.
That sounds real good.
So, and then you get into the pasta dishes, which I've got my eye on a couple of them, either like an eggplant parmesan, or there's a linguine alla burrata that's got mushrooms and such in it. So, but there's anything from like chicken dishes to salmon dishes to a shrimp risotto. Yeah, so there's lots of good stuff.
Lots of good stuff. And drinks, I did happen to notice earlier that there's a hazelnut old-fashioned, which I'm definitely intrigued by.
I am intrigued by the fact that they actually have a dirty martini on their menu as one of their specialty cocktails, and a dirty martini is one of my favorites.
So you're gonna get the dirty martini?
I think I might, because it's one of my favorite drinks, and you know, you always when it's not on their menu, I know anybody can make it, but if it's not on their menu, does it mean that they'll make it well? So since it's like kind of one of the specialty cocktails, I'm thinking
that doesn't mean anything either, though.
I know.
We've had specialty cocktails that have been in the past.
But I don't know. And there were a couple other ones that I was eyeing too, so I don't know. We'll see how I feel once we get there.
Well, there is only one way to find out. We are actually early for the first time ever, I think. And I think we're just going to go and see if we can get in a few minutes early. It is a Monday night. Our reservation's at 8 p.m. So I think we'll get there a little bit early. I don't even know what to do with myself. This is
this never
so
happens.
Rare. It's unheard of. Okay, are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's do this. So we have arrived.
All right, so the first thing we ordered was the focaccia della casa. So it's the house-made focaccia bread that comes to the table. It's quite large. It actually says on the menu that it serves 2 to 4 people. And then there's a little side dish of ricotta cheese with salt and pepper on it, some lemon, olive oil, and some Parmesan that we put on the side. So
just the bread is pretty good.
Interesting. The ricotta has a lemon flavor to it. It's very good. This is a great start. And it's only $9.
I normally don't love paying for bread for the table, but when it comes with specialty dips and all that stuff, and there's this whole presentation on the butcher board, I'm totally fine with it. And it's fantastic. The bread is fresh, it is lovely. The olive oil is very, very light and flavorful, and that cheese is
real good.
real good. All right, good start. Drinks have arrived. The hazelnut old fashioned. Oh my goodness. Not only does it have one large ice cube in this thing, it has one clear ice cube in it. Crystal clear ice cube.
Okay, so I got the Sicilian Mule. Okay, it does have a unique spin. I like orange juice in it. That does taste nice.
Oh, that actually goes pretty well with the ginger beer.
Yeah, that's really good.
Drink some water real quick. All right, the hazelnut old fashioned. This is a $17 old fashioned. Love the presentation. Love the giant crystal clear ice cube.
It's not a terribly expensive old fashioned.
It's not horrible compared to some. Oh,
I want to
that's
try.
interesting. No, get your own. I'm just kidding. That's actually really, really good. Perfect amount of sweetness, very, very well balanced, and that hazelnut is very prominent, and it tastes really quite good.
That's gotta make.
That's something.
That's gotta make the list somewhere.
This is.
That's quite good.
This is. I'm gonna put this as a contender for the list. This is. That's good.
Does this mean you'll have to get another though to see if they can do it again?
We'll see.
Consistency is part of the list.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend. We'll see. The whole vibe in here is actually really cool. So they are serving Prohibition era cocktails, and it's a very speakeasy vibe. Like
we should have worn our flapper outfits. Like our outfits that we wore to that.
Flapper outfit?
Well, you have that bartender. Remember that murder mystery thing we went to?
Yeah, I had like a white fedora hat thing. I don't even think I had that anymore. Anyway,
I saw the dress.
There are no restrooms actually in Enzo's Hideaway. They're connected. This is connected to the other restaurants in the group. So you can go right and through the door that leads you out of Enzo's Hideaway and you go into the Edison. You can use restrooms in there. Or you can go left, like towards the main entrance to Enzo's Hideaway, and you go into Maria and Enzo's, the bigger Italian restaurant, and there's restrooms in there. So yeah, this whole group is connected, but I really love the feeling here. And
so far it's leaps and bounds better than that is.
Oh, yes. Food has already arrived. So far I am extremely impressed at this restaurant, and I am very happy because I wasn't sure I would be, but look at this chicken. This chicken smells amazing. It looks incredible. I am very excited about this chicken. And honestly, yours looks just as good.
It really does. So I got the linguine, and it's got like mushrooms and there's burrata in the middle of it, and it looks, and spinach. There's spinach in there. Both dishes are absolutely, I mean, dare I say, like stunning. Like they are plated very well. I'm excited to try out that chicken. Dan actually grilled chicken for us last night, and it was so perfectly done. But you know, chicken is easy to screw up. We had this whole conversation at dinner last night because you can dry it out very quickly.
Yes. So we're gonna try mine or yours?
That is very light, just like you said it was gonna be. The burrata adds this really nice, like creamy flavor to the noodles and the mushrooms. That is fantastic.
It's seasoned super well.
Yes.
Like that is perfect.
Like there's salt and pepper on our table. I don't need it.
No. The chicken is sitting on a bed of creamy polenta. Super good.
Wow, that polenta's good.
I mean, like, it's very creamy, very garlicky.
Oh, that's good.
Perfectly seasoned.
And with that polenta.
Back off, ma'am.
Wow. Okay. This place is a little hidden gem.
This place is legit. That chicken is cooked perfectly, seasoned perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, very good. That was great.
I'm still eating.
I like rarely on these reviews do we like finish our full plates, and I pretty much did on mine. That was a lot of food, and I had to make myself not eat the last few bites of the polenta. Like so good.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you. Okay, we are gonna finish this up at home, and are you gonna keep eating?
I'm gonna keep eating for just a minute.
All right, we are back.
But first, if you're looking to plan your next magical vacation, we would love to help you out. We plan Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts. So please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations.
So this was actually a very welcome surprise. We had a fantastic dinner at Enzo's Hideaway, which connects to the Edison, which was an awful dinner or lunch. So that's weird, right?
Yeah, it is weird.
I mean, everything that we did not like about the Edison was fabulous at Enzo's Hideaway. I'm not sure if those managers or kitchens or bartenders don't talk, but anyway.
We'll start with ambiance and theming. I mean, from the minute you walk in through the door, you know you are in someplace unique and special and a very speakeasy type vibe about it. It's just really cool.
It's very cool, yeah. Like from the intentionally distressed walls to just that. It's called like a tunnel, a bar tunnel, tunnel bar, I think.
Tunnel bar.
And it feels like it. Like you're in there and you just like you're transported back to Prohibition era, which is just kind of fun. Zero soft goods though. Like we got there.
Well, my seat was squishy.
It was leather. So it's not super absorbent of sound, but it's just like concrete floors, brick walls, very not absorbent at all. When we got there, it was, we were about 10 minutes early, so 7:50, and it was pretty empty. There was maybe 20% of the tables that were full. The tables right around us were not they were totally empty. As we were finishing our meal, all the tables around us were full. And the noise level was considerably louder.
Yes.
So while the feel in there is very spot on, there's nothing to absorb sound. So, you know, carpets, drapes, like anything that is absorbent, that does not let sound waves bounce off of it, that's what I'm talking about when I say there's no sound absorbing qualities, because it just echoes in there and like all the sound reverberates, and so it's loud.
I did like that, so we were in a booth, and in between the booths there was the plexiglass, which I don't know if that's just left over from COVID or if that's always been that way, but it helped because those were the first people that were sat. And so I even commented to Dan that we couldn't hear each other at all. Like I couldn't hear their conversation. There were 4 of them, and so, you know, that's nice, but then once everybody else kind of filled in, it got louder.
Yeah, all that being said, we gave ambiance a 4.
Ambiance and theming.
And theming.
All right, so service. So our server started out really pretty strong. Like of course, we were one of his few tables, and he was attentive, and he didn't really give a ton of recommendations. He kind of, you know, but he was pleasant. He was nice. You know, he got our stuff, all of that. As he got more tables, particularly he got sat a larger group. I think there were 6 of them, or maybe 8. Anyway, we waited a very long time for everything after that. So we were done with our meal for quite a while before he came over to offer us a box and check and all of that stuff. So that kind of knocked him down a little bit.
Yeah, and I wonder if that was across the board. So like the bartender made our drinks very quickly when we got there. The food came out very quickly after we ordered it. Like everything was just bam, 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 bam. So I wonder if across the board everything gets bogged down whenever they get busier. We ended up giving them a 3.5.
Yeah. All right, so drinks. We were both very impressed, and it takes a lot to impress this guy on an old fashioned.
I mean, not only was their drink list, their craft cocktails from Prohibition era, not only was it inventive, like they had some takes on some things that I hadn't seen, and that's really cool. Like,
yeah,
it actually worked too. I mean, like anybody can just make up random recipes, but if it's a well-balanced cocktail, then that is, you know, what we're looking for when we go and we try their specialty cocktails. So I got the hazelnut old fashioned. It was $17, which I don't know if we're just getting jaded and used to Disney prices, but it does not sound super expensive for an old-fashioned, a well-done old-fashioned at Disney. And it was a well-done old-fashioned. They took care to get the right type of ice, the right size of ice. They took care with the actual crafting and the recipe. It was well-balanced. It was done very well. How was yours?
Yeah, mine was really well done as well. It was the Sicilian mule, and it was basically a traditional mule, but it had orange juice in it, which was something different that I hadn't seen before. And I thought the orange juice added just something nice to the drink. There was like maybe just a little extra sweetness or something that kind of cut that ginger flavor a little bit, but I thought it was very well done and very enjoyable.
We gave drinks a 4.5.
Yes. Finally, food. So the food was just really good.
It was really good.
I mean, so we got the bread. He presented it as we can pay for warm bread for the table. And then I asked about the focaccia, and he's like, oh yeah, that's what I was actually talking about. So it comes with the olive oil and the ricotta cheese. And then he actually brought some Parmesan cheese as well. And it was fantastic. We actually brought probably about half of it home because it was a pretty large loaf of focaccia bread. I probably could have sat there and ate it all, but then I wouldn't have been able to eat any of my dinner. And then the meals came out, and they were just done spectacularly as well.
Yeah, my chicken was cooked really well. It was seasoned really well. I mean, they got the skin on it crispy, which is hard to do. I mean, it was just, I don't really have any complaints about it. Like, it was just really well done, good sized portions. You know, I mean, it's just, it's not something I'm going to dream about, like blow me away, but save that, it was up there, right? So, your pasta dish?
Yeah, my pasta dish was really good. It was light. It had, mushrooms and spinach and shaved little roasted garlic pieces that were really good. And then the burrata in the middle, which I cut it up, and so it kind of ended up like melting over time. So it made it just kind of like this creamy goodness.
All that to say, we gave food a 4.5.
If you add all that up and divide it out, then overall, Enzo's Hideaway gets a 4.125, which, so if you're looking at Edison and Enzo's, definitely go with Enzo's.
Hands down.
Hands down.
I'll be back to Enzo's Hideaway.
Yes.
I don't know if I'll ever be back to Edison.
And honestly, if you're looking for Italian, now we haven't tried Maria and Enzo's yet, but if you're looking for Italian at Disney Springs, I would pick this over Terralina Crafted.
Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but this is better for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with how we do our dining reviews, like 3 is straight up average, like middle of the road. So anything over a 4 is really wonderful.
All right, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.